Dear Ann Landers, my husband
Dear
and I
Abby,
are in shock.
I'm extremely upset.
For over 30 years.
My son got married in
Dear
April.
Ann Landers.
We were very
I
happy.
thought
Dear
she
Abby,
had
his
been
wife
out
to our family.
but
She's
she
a woman, Dear Abby.
She thinks way too much.
So happy.
She had to get married.
Dear Pod.
That this is all on the air, everybody. This abusive relationship is being caught on the air right now. He's abusive.
You're gaslighting everybody.
He's abusive.
That what we're actually
You're
catching
abusive.
is
You're both
do
abusive.
it. Fine. Yes, but I am not denying it.
Okay, good. Good
I'm
for
not
you.
denying the abuse.
Oh, okay. Hit me
Let's
with the
talk
ring hand
about
next
this.
time and make it visible, will you?
Anytime.
That's too specific.
Anytime.
All right, everybody.
The next time I come here, I'm gonna have so many rings. It's gonna look like I
wow.
bought all the rings from the International
I
Mail
didn't
Catalog.
know that you played for the NFL.
I do now.
And you won
Yeah.
multiple games.
Yeah.
Good for
I'm
you.
really good.
Oh. Welcome to Dear Pod, the comedy advice podcast. I am your host, Elon Musk.
And I'm Ivanka Trump.
And we're coming to you from the Maha Bar, the beautiful Pineapple Ranch. Can I hear it?
Boo! You suck!
You don't need to tell me that
Thank you.
anymore.
Thank you.
I
very
know,
much.
I know I do. I'm being told it
That's why
every
your
day.
throat hurts.
Abusive. An abusive relationship. Yeah. That's,
Okay.
yeah, anyway.
Are you pointing to Jesus or are you pointing to who are you doing? What?
I point to the J-Man. Shout out to you. But
He's
shout out
he's
to
abusive
all of
to
you.
me. Jesus is abusive to me, but I love it. That's what I like about
love
Christ.
it. I'll have the wine. Don't try the mayo. Shout out to you, G. Anyway, this week is our mini-sode. So what are you waiting for? Follow us on your social medias at Dear Pod Official, on your Insta, on your face. At Dear Pod on TikTok. If it's still around, who the hell knows what's going to happen.
It's day to day.
Yes, email us, dearpodofficial@gmail.com, and send us an advice question that you would like answered on the air on one of our main big fat episodes that you can catch every other week.
It's just big boned.
It's a big boned episode. It is. That's what she says. YouTube.com/dearpodofficial. If you're not watching us right now, then what are you doing with your life? Because we are hot. Am I right?
Okay.
Please write it down below.
Please validate
Linda
her
Evangelista
immediately
of
so we don't have to-
podcasting. Smash that subscribe button so you don't miss a damn thing. We're giving you all sorts of tidbits throughout the week. And finally, and most importantly, our Patreon page, patreon.com/dearpodofficial, where for a mere $5 a month, you can become a subscriber and get extra special tidbits in your inbox every week. So get all up in your Patreon.
Oh.
You just got that song for free.
See, we're giving it away.
You're just giving
We're
it all away.
just giving it away.
Giving it all away. But this week, we are giving you a mini-sode, a bite-sized version of our larger, sexier, big boned episodes.
An appetizer.
A
If you will.
little amuse-bouche.
Yes.
So amuse-our-bouche.
Yeah.
Let's do this. I have one article for you this week that I would like to share with you,
Please
and then we
do.
will jibber-jabber and talk like we do.
I'm only going to jabber.
I'm going to jib.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
This is why we work well together. You're the yin to my yang.
Yes.
And it's a large yang, everybody. So, I have one article for you this week from The Forum, Fargo, North Dakota,
Oh, crap.
January 19th, 1972. Extra cold in Fargo in January,
Sure.
I assume. Awkward Romeo defends amateurish kiss.
Okay.
Dear Ann Landers, I'd like to say a word or two to the girl whose boyfriend laid a sloppy, wet goodnight kiss on her and who signed herself turned off. Maybe this letter will help her as well as other young girls to understand a few things better. When I was 16, I was terribly shy, but more of a man physically than a boy. I was really nutty over a certain chick, and I had been dying to kiss her for 3 months before I finally got up the courage to try. It was a beautiful moonlit night, and I was driving her home from a great party. When I took her to the door, I lingered a while, making small talk. I finally said, "Good night," and she turned her face up and closed her eyes. I read this as the invitation I had been waiting for. When I bent down for my very first romantic kiss, my nose hit hers, my front teeth bumped her lip, and I bit her. Thank the good Lord she had a wonderful sense of humor. She also knew I was humiliated. Bless her understanding heart, she started to laugh, and so did I. At that moment, I was so grateful for her compassion that she endeared herself to me forever. 8 years later, I married that doll. When I read the letter in your column from the girl who complained because the guy's first kiss was like an amateur night, I knew I had to write in defense of every scared, awkward Romeo in the world. P.S. The chick and I both send our love. Signed, St. Louis.
I hate this person.
I know, so do I. Dear SL, what a heartwarmer. And now, if anyone else has a first kiss story with a moral, let's have it. Which is also my way of saying, send in your first kiss stories to Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, or Red Book, or
When I
Elizabeth
bent
Arden's
over her,
Red
her
Door.
mouth was open. I opened up my mouth, and then another mouth opened in my mouth, and then another mouth opened.
That's the
and
alien
then it
kiss.
dribbled into her mouth.
That's amazing. It was like a Russian nesting doll of mouths.
And then I tripped, and I knocked her teeth out, and then I tried to catch myself, and my hand went through a plate glass window, and I accidentally started a chainsaw, which then eventually cut off both of her legs.
It was like a Benny Hill sketch.
And she fell down into a candle, and her hair started on
Everybody
fire.
died. First kiss. That's an awesome horror movie. First kiss.
First kiss!
Is your last night alive.
Yeah, first suck.
All right, go ahead. First kiss. Tell the story.
My first kiss?
Oh, wow. You got nervous, didn't you?
I can't remember my first kiss.
You can't remember, like, as an awkward teen, your awkward teen first kiss.
Well, they're like girl kisses, right? So who gives a shit?
Exactly. So they don't count.
They don't.
Am I right?
It's just
Keep trying
performative. What are you doing?
There's so much ice in there that I'm scared it's going to fall down on my face.
I'm waiting for that.
No, I'm going to switch back to my tiki mug.
First swallow.
Suck. You don't remember your first awkward teen girl first kiss?
I
That's
don't.
not burned on your brain as trauma at the very least?
No, I don't remember.
Wow. What's the first kiss that you remember in general? Are you dead inside?
Maybe.
Are you dead outside?
Yes.
Are you okay?
I think I can only remember. Well, yeah, I think I can only remember college. That's as far as my brain goes.
Wow.
For kissing, I can remember other things.
Oh, well, tap the
But
brakes.
that's not what we're talking
It's a
about.
comedy
That's
podcast
not
that
what-
needs some clicks.
I'm not talking.
Tell me
about
this kiss story then.
Which one?
Whatever you remember, for Christ's
Oh, well,
sake.
it's
It's like
college.
the
Who gives a
forgetfulness
shit? I was like a
episode.
kissing bandit. That's all I could do.
Remember when everybody was getting mono in college, and it was like, I can't get mono. I can't take 2 months off of college.
I could.
Mono was the kissing disease, everybody. I don't think it's a thing anymore. Nobody really talks about mono.
No, because we have everything else.
That's right.
So
The
who
Rona
gives a
kind of
shit?
bumped mono out. And
Yeah.
it's like, sorry, bitch. It's my crown now.
Sorry, Mono. Rona's here.
Yes.
There's a new girl in town, and
And I'm
she's killing folks. I kissed a lot of girls
In
in
college.
college,
Okay.
and I had no problem with that.
Practice.
Well, I
Okay.
was pretty good at it. Some of them were pretty good at it
Wait,
as well.
you were pretty good at it. You just said.
Yeah, for someone who wasn't very sexually active, was very good at kissing.
Well, that's all you had to go on. You had to.
So
you
I perfected it.
the
Yeah.
first base.
Right.
You
So
never
by the
went
time I
anywhere.
got to a man,
I was good to
Right.
go.
Because the thing is, if you're bad at that, you're probably bad at everything else.
Wow. I don't know if I'm a good kisser or not.
Well, he's in the room.
DearPodOfficial@gmail.com.
Everyone who's kissed Erin, please write
Line
in
'em up,
explicit
boys.
detail, and I will read them all here.
I've only kissed a girl on stage.
Okay.
So, and I,
Who was it?
this should be
You
the
don't remember her
forgetfulness
name?
episode. I don't remember her name. Yeah, so it was a scene that we did.
And
that's
how
all I
old were you?
remember. And what I do remember
Was
is
it
that
professional, or you just went to a
was
stage
professional.
somewhere and you kissed a girl?
No, it was profesh. It was required of the scene.
What was the show?
It was called Baby Wants Candy. But it was like the sketch show.
Daddy likes pie.
It was
Baby
like
wants candy.
there were all these different sketches that were on like a clothesline.
Uh-huh.
And so the audience would scream out numbers, and then they'd be like 11, and I grabbed 11, and it depended on, you would get a different like scene every night. So you didn't know who your scene partner was going to be or whatever. And so I was with this girl in the scene we did the scene, and at the end of it, they kiss. And that tells you truly how not of a lesbian I am. I'm such a non-lesbian.
Sure.
I felt
Such
nothing.
a lesbian, non-lesbian.
I'm such a non-lesbian. I have a lesbian voice, non-lesbian.
Right.
Where I
You're
was
the
like,
Paula Poundstone.
I was the girl
Of lesbian,
in
non-lesbian.
chorus line where I was like, I'm feeling nothing. I'm feeling nothing. And I do remember her boyfriend was in the audience that night, came running up to me so excited after the show. And he was like, that was the best thing I've ever seen. That was amazing.
And I've seen her naked.
And he was like, I had to leave right after that scene.
I bet you did. I bet you did, kid.
And I've seen her naked. Yeah,
Do you guys want to? Do you want to do that scene?
you should rehearse that at home
I'm
with us.
going to sit in the chair.
I'm a director now.
Just
Rich!
as of this minute.
You're in stagecraft. You don't what?
You're in
Just
craft
for right
services.
now. He was so excited.
I'm going to stir in the mayonnaise slowly. That better be mayonnaise, Rich.
Let me see both your hands, Rich. Yeah.
What is stirring the mayonnaise if your hands are there?
That's a new way to churn.
Wow.
There's a
Wow.
new churn in town. I'm feeling good. Yeah, I remember my actual first kiss was horrible. Yeah, it was a guy, we would like met each other through a friend, and I had braces.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't want to have your first kiss be a braced experience. Also because that was before we had invisible aligners, everybody. This was like back in I still had headgear
They're
probably.
poltergeist braces.
Yes. Oh my God. It
Yeah.
just dented him a little bit. I forget what his
Dented
name
his-
was.
his lips?
Oh, I do remember the song that was playing though.
When you were making out?
Yeah.
Was it Fiona Apple's
Better.
song?
Paula Abdul's Rush, Rush.
Oh, God.
Which was a sign.
Hurry, love, come to me.
No, rush, rush, out of this kiss because this is ungood. Save yourself,
Song
both of
and
you.
kiss. Yeah.
Rush, rush. And I remember him saying, this is going to be our song.
You're like, I hope not. I hope you're a better kisser than
And I
song
was like,
picker.
can we just go back to the mall? Ugh.
Can I just get can I suck on a pretzel instead of your mouth?
I'd rather go to Pizzeria Regina right now and get a slice and have all the cheese get stuck in all of my braces in front of you. I'll
Hey,
get
can
the
you turn off
spinach.
this goddamn forsaken song? What is this? I wonder if she really sang that.
Oh, she did because it's very pinchy. If you've ever listened to it, she's barely making her way through that song. They were like, Paula, we have a lot of dance tracks, but we need one love song. And she was like, I've got it. Like, of all the people that you just don't want singing you a ballad, it's Paula Abdul coked off her ass.
The best thing ever in existence is when Whitney Houston makes fun of Paula Abdul
That's an option? Is
on
that a
camera.
video?
Someone was videotaping it. Came out in like one of her posthumous documentaries when they're like,
They put it in a documentary?
someone said something about Paula Abdul. She's like, Paula Abdul ain't shit. Mama, that girl is off key on the record.
Well, she's not wrong.
No.
No, and nobody was mixing that record.
Whitney Houston, I don't know. So Whitney Houston, I think, did I Want to Dance with Somebody in one take.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
And then made up the Don't You Want to Dance? Say You Want to Dance, Don't You Want? She
like
made that.
on a whim?
Yes.
She did one take and she was
Right.
like, no, do you want to
Yep.
say you want to? She made an iconic.
Song because she wanted to go to the mall or something like that. Celine Dion
Uh-huh.
sang My Heart Will Go On, one take, and it was the, she just, what was it, the rough draft or whatever?
They don't make them like this anymore.
She didn't really want to sing it. She didn't want to do it. She's like, all right, I'll just,
That was her going at like
and that was it.
50%.
And they were like, great. And then they produced it off of that.
And she was like, was that okay? You do not want
She's
another
like, I didn't
take?
even warm up.
Okay,
Renee?
Renee, Angelia, please pull the Rolls Royce around. I want to get my son some hair extensions.
Someone pull the Rolls Royce around so I can pull around to the Porsche. I need the Rolls Royce to go to the Porsche, to go to the Mercedes, to go to the helicopter.
Was she the one who required chips in her rider?
Who?
I think it was either Celine Dion or Barbara Streisand. One of them, part of their rider
Chips?
was chips. They had to eat chips before they were on stage.
Not the
because of
TV show.
Well, that would have been funnier
We
if
need
somebody misread the
Ponch and
rider.
John. We need Ponch and John. The two guys show up on bikes. They're here. What are they? You said chips.
Lay's potato
Again,
chips. That's
you have to be specific. Not the cast of chips. Now we've got these two actors on
what
bikes
am I
on
going to do with
stage.
Eric Estrada? He's pissed that he's here. Maybe get him some chips.
He doesn't even like your voice.
Chips. They had to eat chips.
Well, Eric does have his own Pringles.
Oh.
Give them to me. Give the Pringles to Miss Streisand.
Hurry, hurry, lover, bring them to me. Oh, wow.
Paul Abdul's rider is someone to sing my songs for me.
Paula Abdul's rider is, yeah, that's it. Just somebody else
That's it.
do all the work.
No, I don't even need water.
And a wheelchair to get me out of here
Yeah, I
when
need to
I'm
get
done.
out of here.
Yeah. We haven't seen her in a minute, have we?
Well, I'm not friends with her.
Well, maybe that when I finally get to meet her, I'm going to be like, you're my first kiss song, Miss Abdul.
Yeah. I was a Paul Abdul fan, and then I was like, okay, I think we've gone too far.
I think we've come to. Didn't she also win a Grammy for that?
What?
For that?
For
you know,
what?
I mean, but
For
also
Rush
remember the
Rush?
standards were not for Rush, but I'm sorry. Can we stop making fun
Remember
of my
she-
childhood song?
She
that I
married
lived-
Emilio
I say childhood.
Estevez. Remember that?
Oh my God, that's right.
Because then she had that song, Will You Marry Me?
About Emilio Estevez.
Yeah. And then they
Do you think
got
that's
divorced.
how? Well, yeah. Will
See,
you divorce me?
you never should make these products. It's just like Jennifer Lopez when she had that whole thing, that
you
whole
mean
record
like when she
about
won an Academy Award and then did Sex and the City?
what? Jennifer
Oh, Lopez.
Lopez.
Sorry, everybody. Different Jennifer. Different.
Different. I see Jennifer Lopez won an Academy Award. How long have I been out? when did that happen?
I don't know. She played some maid that ends up getting
So,
married.
Mr.
or
O'Brien, we
something.
have a couple things to let you. You've been in a coma for about 2 years. Okay, we've amputated your leg. I'm fine. You lost eyesight in one eye. Okay, and Jennifer Lopez was an Academy Award. What the fuck? What?
He died again. She did. She won a winner. She won
She won a
she won a
winner?
winner.
She
She
won
won
a
a
winner.
Grammy. She won
For
a
what?
Grammy for Best Music Video for Opposites Attract. Because remember, she danced with a cartoon.
How do you win a Grammy for a video?
I didn't know.
It was MC Scat Cat, by the way.
Oh, Jesus. The fact that you remembered that, I don't know if I should be impressed or upset for you.
I really liked that.
2 nominations.
She did it because of Gene Kelly.
View all the nominations for this artist. She was nominated. They're not even showing the nominations. Confirmed as West Coast. No.
What?
No, all I see is that she won a Grammy.
For
I didn't know you
Opposites
could win a
Attract.
Grammy for a video.
Sure.
Wow.
Now you
Who
can.
asked him?
I definitely
Where the
did
hell
not.
did that come from?
I don't know. I thought we were going to talk about MC Scat Cat.
I thought we were going to
Opposites
talk about
Track.
first kisses,
One
but yet
going
here
up,
we
one
are,
going
and
down.
that's our podcast, everybody. That's what we do.
Sidetracked.
Wow, you can win Grammys for videos. That's not just reserved for MTV
I don't know if they
Music
do that
Awards.
anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure that
They're like,
after
"We gotta give
Opposites
her
Attract,
something."
they were like, you know what? Let's take the category away, you guys. Also, Grammys. This is what I love about our podcast. Seriously, now we're talking about the Grammy Awards. I wanted to talk about first kisses. That's it. But here we are, and that's
Sure.
our pod, everybody. I don't understand the Grammy Awards, how they can have like best album and best record of the, like, what the hell's the difference between all of these things? They're having this, like, seems like they're saying the same thing 10 different ways. They were like, best song of the year, best single of the year. Okay, well, aren't those the same thing?
I don't know. I don't know if that's inaccurate.
But that's that's like best album of the year, best record of the year. So
Right.
what's the difference between the album and the record?
I think it's based on producers. I
What?
think. I don't know. Because I think the producers get one and the artist gets the other. Something like that. No? I don't know.
I don't
I don't
all
know.
I
I
know
don't
is that
fucking make
I want to
music.
win one, okay? I just want to win one.
You want to win a Grammy.
I'll win any of them.
But you
I'll
don't
take
even
any
know
of them.
how the Grammy system worked. No one really wins.
Nobody knows how the Grammy system works.
Because they don't-
Same with the Emmy system. Because I went to some guy's house and he had like 3 Emmys sitting there, and I was like, "Well, who the hell are you?"
Nobody.
And he was like, "I'm the 5th sound producer on, Your Vagina Jones."
Huh. I never saw that. I never saw Vagina Jones.
It was limited release.
The Vagina Jones
on,
Diary.
Like, Hulu or
Right. Yeah.
Roku or
Sure. Yeah.
Your Vagina Jones.
It's like, so the category, every time, like, there's, this.
Also, we're
I don't-
coming up on award season, so this is kind of timely.
So Grammys are, okay, we'll have Mariah Carey, Boyz II Men, Whitney Houston, Tony Braxton, and the guy that plays the piccolo by the Smiler's Deli on 8th Avenue. He wins. That's his first song, first album. You never hear from him again. And then all these artists have songs that have been playing for weeks on end, never made boatloads of cash, and they're like, we're going to give it. It's like
The
when
piccolo guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing makes any sense.
No. And then 3 years
But then
down
he'll
the road.
disappear into the ether, and you'll never know. And
But
then he'll
he'll
go over some guy's house.
Yeah.
And it'll be like an apartment. It looks like he's a hoarder.
It's a studio apartment.
And that thing is
He's got
propping a
scented
door
candle
open or
from
a
Dwayne
window.
Reed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Like scented candle from Dwayne
Like a
Reed.
cat is shat inside of the little record player.
Yeah, but he's still holding on to that Grammy.
Yeah, and Mariah Carey's
'Cause
still
it's-
holding on to her mansion.
Or
So,
gajillions.
She's like,
So I
fine.
don't feel so bad for these people, is what I'm saying.
Well, yes,
But I'd like to
the
be
awards
invited.
aren't really rewarding the people that actually
Are
did
doing
the damn
work.
thing.
Yeah. Well, then we should. What I'm saying is, we should put us in.
Posthumously giving Mariah Carey all of her Grammys that she deserves.
Wow, you
Is that what you're
really.
saying?
If this is your campaign,
I'm
and
just
this is
saying.
where you're
I'm just
announcing it
saying.
on this podcast, you go for it.
I might.
Aren't you the president of her fan club?
No, that's impossible.
Do you?
I
Is
have a
there a fan
job.
club?
Yes, Honeybee Fly.
Do you know? don't ever just say that casually to me and think I'm not going to rip your shit apart.
You can
Yes,
rip my shit apart all
Honeybee
you
Fly. How does any of that make sense?
How does
Explain
what?
the name of the fan club.
Doesn't matter. We don't have to talk about it.
Do you know the president?
No. Of the
wouldn't-
United States,
Are
nobody
you,
does.
Do you belong
Nobody.
to the fan club? Like, do you pay?
No. I've never belonged
I
to a
pay to be
fan
part
club
of the
except
Pearl
for the
Jam fan club.
I think I paid for the Whitney Houston fan club back in
Do
1986.
you get your money back now?
Well, no, I got my picture from her.
Oh, that's all you. That's what you get. You get an
Yeah.
autographed picture.
Yeah.
Is that still somewhere in your house?
It's hanging on my wall.
Above your
By
bed.
my front door.
There's a crucifix of
I
Jesus
found it.
and this Whitney Houston.
I was going
Oh,
through
no.
all this stuff at my mom's house, and I think I threw away all my yearbooks and like all this stuff that actually has.
You're
some
like
meaning to it.
sentimental value.
And then I come across the
my first shoes. Fuck that.
Yeah,
my
I don't
teeth.
give a shit. And then I come across the autographed Whitney Houston picture from way back when, and I held it up like I found the golden ticket. And
Run, Charlie, run all the way home.
The corners were still straight. The dishes have never been eaten off of. Anyway,
God, it's like you dove for the
it was
Titanic.
Titanic, yeah. And now
is
it's framed and
beautiful.
it's in my house.
Oh my God, can
It
you
really
imagine
was
the angels
the ship
that
of
sang?
dreams. She really was the voice that sings.
I like that you had already thrown out like your social security card.
Gone.
Anything that was important to you at all, like the first photo of you with your parents.
Nope.
Yeah, gone. Passport.
They don't even
burned.
have that.
I don't need this. Fuck this. What is this? Whitney Houston.
It's a good one. It's good.
It is a good picture.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you framed it.
I mean, she's got like a little bit of a braid, big hair. She's got like the puffy, like creamy sweater. like
Is
a
she's
bunch
out of
pearl-
focus?
She is not. There's no need to shoot her out of focus.
No Vaseline on the lens at all?
There's Vaseline, but not the lens. You know what I'm saying? Fuck yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying, if there's a podcast category in the Grammys this year, I'd like to be nominated. Dear Pod. DearPod.com.
Did you
Dear
ever make
Pod
out
Official.
to a Whitney Houston song while you were growing up?
I'm sure I did, but I'm sure I phased it out.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
I don't know. I mean, there's been so many school dances.
You would have to put it on because if a guy put it on and you're with him, were you not like,
Oh.
okay,
Oh.
okay?
Which was like at least 5 experiences in my young adult life.
Have you made out with a
A
homosexual?
geese? Yes. I was like the last stop before the end of the train line, y'all. I'd kiss him and be like, well, you're as good as gay now.
You're right. You're ready for the men now.
I was like the Death Eater of heterosexuality.
You just sing, bring on the men.
All right. You're ready. Next. If you're questioning your sexuality, I'm a great stop on the train, everybody.
You couldn't be softer, and you're dreaming of a man. Bring on a man.
Move on to Kevin, everybody. There you go. Congratulations. Paul, meet Peter.
Kevin's hard, now you are too. See you later, everybody. Best of luck.
And best of luck to all of you. I hope you have enjoyed this mini-sode. You've learned a little something about the both of us. And I'm going to go to Patty's house now and see that framed picture of
Whitney
Jesus Christ, Whitney Houston.
Whitney Jesus Christ Houston.
I'm going to pay tribute to her. Just kiss it on the way by. Well, I'll kiss her too while I hear, rush, rush, hurry, hurry, look.
Whitney Houston would not appreciate Paul Abdul being played.
Tell me about it.
This episode of Dear Pod is mixed and edited by Jim Ferris and is a property of Pineapple Ranch Productions.